Hey, good Thursday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. Thanks for joining us. Late March weather can still be pretty cruel. We have falling temperatures today, so you're gonna, if you haven't been outside yet, or if you have been outside in the southeast, Ann Arbor, Detroit area, it's still pretty mild. 40s, but temperatures are going down through the day, so take the winter coat with you. And you know, there are a few storm systems that would just have to change a touch for the northern half of lower Michigan to get a sizable snow, or even some snow to drift into southern Michigan. So we're in this what I'm calling a cold spell starting today through about April 1st, plus or minus a day or two. And there are a couple of storm systems that could bring us some winter weather. So we'll start with that. We'll start with the big picture. You know, I like to do that just to show you, hey, let's look at the sky. Forget about all the models and everything. Let's just look at the sky. And what we're seeing is another storm system out to the west. Arthur Putnam got tripped up by a snowflake. I hear you there. So that next storm I'm going to show you bears some watching. Not big alarm, but bears some watching as it's been trending toward stronger, bottoming out in strength, if you will, over the Great Lakes by Sunday and drifting a little further south. So this is today. And this is the radar forecast for today. And the story is, in the eastern part of the state, we're going to get into a period of snow. I would call it spurts of snow. This is 10 this morning, 11, so this rain comes across the state and changes to snow. Noontime, it could be snowing in Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, Mount Pleasant, Alma, Ithaca, Lansing, Kalamazoo, probably ending in Grand Rapids, and the rain changing to snow as we get toward, well, it may never change to snow in the far southeast from Ann Arbor to Detroit. It might just flirt with it. Probably will end as snow. This is 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So let me just back it up for you. Remember the commercial, the cat commercial, the Purina, chow, 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 where the cat would go forwards and backwards. That's what I'm doing here, just to show you that an area of snow moves into the Thumb, into Flint, into the southeast this afternoon, and then off to the east. I'm getting into the chat here. And so I can take your questions if you have any. A total snowfall, 1-2 inches, Kalamazoo to Flint to Saginaw to the Thumb, and probably not on the road since we were in the 60s yesterday and the 50s overnight. But here are the falling temperatures I advertised in the headline here. And so we go to 11 and noon, still stubbornly mild in the far southeast at 40, but everybody else has dropped into the 30s. And by the time we get to mid-afternoon, Detroit, you fall into 37, the same for Ann Arbor. So like I said, it will change from this morning to this afternoon if you're in that southeast. Let's see. I got a question from somebody. Still unsure about actual start time. Does it vary daily? Good question. We're shooting for 8:30 to 9:30, so it does vary daily if you want to catch the live. And I'm working on, I don't know if it's possible, but I'm working on something that would be an immediate notification just before I go on, but I don't know if it's possible. We'll find out later. So we go through the night and it starts to get colder. All right, now let's look at the big picture. And by the way, I'm probably right about this in the next couple of days. These storm systems have looked full-fledged, look like they should produce quite a bit of moisture, and they haven't really. So the storm track looked like it was going to eat into the drought, but the actual results have not been that big on rainfall to eat into the drought. So tomorrow is a pretty good day. We're going to look at this a little bit closer. There's a secondary cold front coming through Saturday morning, and Saturday is a cold day, which makes me wonder about Sunday. Saturday has been trending colder and colder and sticking with it, and that says that this Alberta clipper that looks to be quite robust by Sunday night, if it were to, it's scheduled to track to about the Mackinac Bridge. And remember, the heavy snow stays north of that. That would be another UP type snowstorm. But if that cold air is in place and it drops 100 miles or 200 miles farther south, this could change. So this is one of those that I have the red flag that could change. Then we go into next week and plenty of little systems. Here is Thursday and Friday, and note where they're coming from. They're circulating around a big upper low, so they're coming, it looks like, from Canada. So toward the end of next week, we may have another reinforcing shot of cold, and then storm systems come at us as we head toward April 1st. Now, again, this model tends to always have something like this at the end of its usable distance. It has lately, so this is April 1st, April 2nd. But the point is, the cold air is still there, and it's still March. Nothing in the immediate offing for a ominous snowstorm, March snowstorm, but we'll just have to see. So here's our rain snow moving off today. Here's our dry Friday, winds pick up. Here's our secondary cold front that brings a shot of cold air, and then here's the storm that we watch on Sunday. If it stays like this, what does it do? It does rain in the southern half of lower Michigan, moving up toward the Mackinac Bridge Sunday night on the rain. It snows in the UP, accumulating snow, and then it drifts some snow back down through on colder air into lower Michigan on Monday. And again, you're going to kind of get the feel that we're in this, what I'm calling cold stretch, because our normal highs now should be in the mid 40s. So today, falling temperatures, I showed you that. Tomorrow, back to 50 in a lot of places, but with a wind. Saturday, pretty cold. Highs in Traverse City and Gaylord and Petoskey only in the upper 20s to near 30, and southern Michigan in the mid to upper 30s. And then Sunday, back to 40 degrees. If that were to fall short, that would change our forecast. And then Monday, behind the storm system, we would be looking at, again, cold temperatures in the 30s, cold for Tuesday, cold for Wednesday, Thursday, maybe the 40s to near 50, and March 28th, March 29th, next weekend. So we could be looking at 2 wintry weekends. And when does it break? It still looks like early April. I'm going to say the first days of April it starts to break. So there is, technically a lot going on in this weather forecast. We're in that zone where a temperature shift south turns us quite snowy, a temperature shift north turns us to severe weather. Right now, it doesn't look like either one of those is pegged to happen, but certainly keep an eye on it. So take your coat with you if you're in the southeast today, because you will turn colder into the afternoon. And then also remember that we have a pretty chilly weekend on the way. I'm meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. This is the MLive morning weather update. New format on YouTube. So this is the fourth day of it. We're working the kinks out. I can chat with you on the YouTube link. I'm still trying to work that out, because at the same time I'm trying to broadcast to you, I'm trying to figure out this YouTube thing. So take care. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.